안녕하세요. Yaboyrocklee 입니다. Today we're diving into one of my favorite K-dramas of all time. It's in my top 7. I got some rearranging to do as of late. Anyways, we're gonna be quick. You guys already know we do K-drama reactions on Yaboyrocklee. Check that out in the description of this video. Let's jump into why Itaewon Class is a masterpiece and it should be on your watch list. And the way we're going to do this, we're going to follow a structured layout, and towards the end of the video, I'm just going to go off the dome, just telling you how I feel about the show and how it impacted me personally. So stick around if you guys want to hear that. Let's jump right into it, folks. Itaewon Class centers around the homie, Park Se-roi, who is played by Park Si-joon. By the way, this man has done a lot of things since Itaewon Class. Shout out to the MCU universe. He's a young man whose life is turned upside down when he stands up to a bully in high school. This act of defiance against Jang Hoo-won, the son of a powerful CEO, leads to a series of tragic events, including the death of Se-roi's father and his very own imprisonment. The heart of Itaewon Class lies in the journey of Se-roi and his team. Jo Yi-seo, portrayed by Kim Da-mi, is a brilliant but socially awkward sociopath who becomes the manager of Donbam. Her strategic mind and unconventional approach play a crucial role in their fight against Janga. The drama beautifully captures their growth, resilience, and the unbreakable bonds they form along the way. As the story progresses, Itaewon Class is filled with crippling plot twists and intense power struggles. Se-roi's unyielding spirit and moral integrity constantly clash with the corrupt practices of the Janga group. The drama doesn't shy away from depicting the harsh reality of discrimination, revenge, and the quest for power. Each episode keeps viewers on the edge of their seat, eagerly anticipating the next move in this high-stakes game. The romantic subplot between Se-roi and Yi-seo add another layer of depth to the drama. Their relationship evolves from mutual respect and comrades to a heartfelt and passionate romance. Yi-seo's unwavering support and Se-roi's steadfast resolve make their love story both touching and inspiring. Let's talk about why Itaewon Class is so good. It masterfully blends personal vendettas with broader social issues, offering a raw and unfiltered look at the challenges faced by a marginalized individual. The characters are multidimensional, each with their own struggle and growth arcs. This drama's ability to tackle themes of justice, identity, and resilience resonates deeply with viewers. What made Itaewon Class different from the previous shows was its unique setting and narrative approach. Set in the culturally rich and diverse neighborhood of Itaewon, the drama showcases a melting pot of characters and stories. It's not just about the fight for personal revenge, it's about breaking barriers and redefining success on one's own terms. The fresh and unconventional storytelling, combined with its strong social messages, sets it apart from traditional K-dramas.
분명히 들었어요, 대표님이.
And of course, the powerful acting played a major role. The character of Park Se-roi, his character's determination and emotional depth was well captured. Yi-seo's unique blend of intelligence and vulnerability was an amazing touch for her role, well portrayed, well executed. The supporting cast also delivered very standout performances, adding richness and complexity to the story. Alright, now that we made it to this part of the video, we can stop the BS. Y'all really want to know what makes Itaewon Class so great? Y'all really want to know? Soo-ah. Soo-ah-oh, played by Nora Kwan. I'm joking. Everything I said is true, guys. But she was absolutely captivating every time she was on screen. Every time she showed up on screen, I was like, Se-roi, go for her. And as Yi-seo started really building, the tension started going, I would go back and forth between these two girls. There's the one that you just can't take your eyes off, and that's Soo-ah. And there's just the one you know you should be with, and that's Yi-seo. And every time I was mad at Soo-ah, she would just pull up and do something, and I would just waver. I could spend the next 10 minutes talking about this woman, but we are not. Amazing actress, amazingly beautiful, well casted, always had a grip on my heart, on your heart, she will. And let's move on to the additional components of the show. Now, normally, especially with my K-drama experience, the one that you've locked on, the one that you said I'm going to rescue, the one that, see me after prison, that's normally the one you end up with. And, we're watching the show and it's like, wait a minute, this other girl keeps moving in. Who is this homie gonna be with? And then it starts changing where it's like, oh man, I think the one that he's looking after is not gonna be the one he ends up with. And then we learn something, or we talk about something where there's commitment, a job, so to speak, and there's, following your heart and kind of doing the right thing. And that's kind of what Seri had to wrestle with, which actually matches his character perfectly, because he's a determined person that sets his eyes on something and he's just gonna do it. End of story. Is conviction, baby. And Su-ah basically represented the determination, a goal. That's what she was, respectfully. But Yuseo kind of was that new thing. That was the, I'm just gonna follow my heart. That's the, I don't really know how to put it, but that's really the one thing that he chose or went for that just wasn't really matching up with his goals, right? That's why it was such a turn for him, because there's what I stand for, there's what I told you guys I was going to do, and it's like, sometimes you don't have to stick with that, my guy, and that same mentality, sticking with it, is part of, the reason why we had this franchise in the beginning. He stuck to his determination and would not give up until he toppled the homie Janga. So for the rest of this video, I'm gonna stick with CEO and Sun, because the names, you guys know I struggle with it. So for the CEO, Mr. Jang, one more time, let's say it one more time, or Jang, CEO. I enjoyed him as a villain, guys, because again, he was very passionate, very ruthless individual who somehow had a respect for Seri. You knew it was there, but he had to play ball. He was playing to win it, and there would just be moments in the plot that you just wouldn't expect to happen. As Seri was making it to the top and securing a position, it was either trying to swipe people that was working for him, it was buying people out, buying a particular building, anything possible to corner this man, Seri, ultimately pushing to get this man to kneel in front of him. From a comedy point of view, while it may be tragic for you, the CEO, the way he was motivating his son to kill, basically, with the whole chicken scene, it was very hilarious. It probably shouldn't be, but I found it funny. And that was also an important tie-in for this son. Now, no matter what you want to say and how despicable the son was, it's very clear and very obvious that due to money and having a ruthless father that pushes him to basically be a bad person, it's no surprise that we got the type of behavior we were from the son, leading up to the chaos and violence that we got at the very end. Not something to be too excited about, because I know I'm really happy when I'm talking about chaos and violence, but you get a character. I love when you have a villain that you can't fully hate. You saw that thing in Queen of Tears as well with Mr. Yoon. I won't spoil it for you. You know this person's bad. You know this person should be locked up. You know this person's an adult and accountable for their actions. But you can't help but feel torn, because you're like, but I saw what you went through. I saw the type of father that you had. There's no way you don't end up that way, So you kind of feel a little bit of remorse, a little sympathy, and that's what I had for the son, and that made him a fantastic villain. Let's talk about ECO, why I enjoyed her, and why she also made the series fantastic. It was the way she just maneuvered in as a sociopath, and you don't really know where she's going with the story, but you find out that she's very capable, and she is building this homie up. And you guys remember what I said from the very beginning. Actually, I didn't include it. I actually deleted it. So what I said is deleted. So I'm gonna say it now. I like I like Seri because I relate to him as an individual who is sometimes or often not the sharpest tool in the toolbox. But what I bring to the table more times than not is I know how to bring people together, and I'm very determined, and I have a good sense of taking advantage of an opportunity. taking advantage is not the right word, but you know what I'm saying. If there's an opportunity, I know that this is the moment, this is the time to seize it. So having my wife besides me, but back in the day with my ADHD, I would be all over the place. And she was like, focus, you look in this direction and focus. She really got me to focus on things. And if it wasn't for my wife, I promise you, I would not be in the position I am in today. I was talking to a friend because we're in different positions, but we have similar intelligence levels. I'm actually going to say he's smarter than me, but we are not necessarily in the same place in life. And we went through the rabbit hole, and I was kind of feeling like anyone can make it. If I did, why didn't, you know, other people make it? And we found out the major difference between me and my homie was my girl. You know, I'm married to a nurse. She's smart, she's capable, she's beautiful. I didn't have to really do a lot to pick her up because she's always been an independent woman and very self-sufficient. So she just brought her bread to the table, and that allowed me to take risks, take chances, because if your partner is someone that you have to overly compensate for, you're not able to take as much financial risk because they are draining all of your funds. In my specific situation, my wife doesn't drain my funds. So I'm a pretty happy man. But you want to know who does drain funds? So in my personal opinion, after watching Itaewon Class and Fight for My Way, I find that the actor that plays Park Se-ri, so Park Se-jun, he does fantastic when backed by a charismatic female MC. So far in the roles that I've watched, he's a very kind of funny guy, very straightforward, very strong, dominating alpha male. And you just put him with any girl that kind of pokes fun at his lack of intelligence. At the two roles I've seen so far, because he kind of plays, he's typecasted so far as being a little silly, but when it comes down to getting the job done, he's your man. And I think whenever he's with a charismatic female MC, you're just going to see the best side of him. So we'll see going forward what he can do when he's not in that scenario, if I ever come to it. But right now, that's what he's great at. Because people will say, yo, watch it because he's in it. And I like him. But it's always the support that's with him that, in my opinion, gets you a great drama. And it was actually relatable. I said, hey, what would I be without my wife? Hey, what's this dude without a very good female MC? I'm joking. I haven't seen enough to say that statement. But that's how I feel watching those particular shows so far. And we saw how great he was in the MCU when he was with Captain Marvel, one of the greatest actresses casted for an MCU product. Right? We agree? Right? Oh, not funny? Sorry. And really, just to end with this video, the twists and turns were relatively unexpected. It's refreshing. It's not something that I've seen duplicated or too much, you know? Sometimes you guys know when you're watching something, it's like, oh, this is very similar to this, and it feels overplayed. Itaewon Class is truly unique so far in my experience. I am a new K-drama babe. I think I've only seen maybe 20 to 25 K-dramas as of now, so I'm working my way up. And if you guys feel differently, go ahead and let me know. And if you have a role where Park Se-jun does not need the great charismatic female, hey, comment, let me know. I'm open to checking it out. Anyways, I do K-drama reactions on Yaboyrocklee. If you guys like that, check that out in the description of this video. Until next time, I appreciate you guys. I am out.